Good evening. The race for the presidential nomination, delegates get the final vote, but do they share our views?
Brand new survey in Utah says, hey, they probably don't. Political specialist Lad Egan is at the Capitol with our top story tonight. Lad, in this election, delegates are very important.
Absolutely, Dave, especially on the Republican side. If we have a contested convention, that's where delegates, including the 40 delegates from Utah, would be free to choose a candidate of their choice if frontrunner Donald Trump doesn't accumulate the required number of delegates. And this new survey raises the question about how in step Utah's delegates are with regular voters.
The median Republican delegate is more conservative.
A Utah Foundation survey of nearly 1,000 Republican and Democratic delegates shows them having stronger partisan views than the state's voters at large.
A lot of delegates that are Democrats that on the 10 issues being forced to choose between a conservative and a liberal position, they chose the liberal position every single time.
Democratic delegates and voters are slightly more aligned than their GOP counterparts. Utah Democratic Party Chairman Peter Caroon says that's because they tend to live in urban areas.
So Utah is not a rural state as we think it is.
I wish more women would get involved.
The president of the Utah Federation of Republican Women says getting more women involved in politics could keep Republican delegates more in line with mainstream voters.
Sometimes think that, well, if you're a woman, you only care about the social issues, education, healthcare, and those types of things, which I don't think it's true.
She points to a demographic misalignment of delegates versus voters. On the Republican side, only 24% of Utah Republican delegates are women. For Democrats, that number of women delegates jumps to 47%.
We need their voice. We need the voice at the table to elevate the conversation and to speak up on these issues, because every issue is a woman's issue.
Of course, delegates tend to be party faithful and longtime political activists, which is why their views could be more extreme. But some do point to Utah's new rule that allows candidates to bypass those delegates. And Dave, they have to require signatures in order to get on the ballot, but they could bypass delegates who could have more ideologically polarized points of view. Back to you.
Lad Egan live for us up above the Capitol with an amazing view behind you tonight. Thank you, Lad.
Very